And continuing team coverage from Dayton now, where DP&L crews have been working around the clock trying to get the power back on and the AC running for hundreds of residents sweating it out. Robert Lowry live will explain how crews are preparing for another busy night. I hear the chainsaws, Robert.
Well, things are starting to get a little bit more difficult for crews trying to get power back on. Starting to rain now, and the crews like this one over here have been working since 7 o'clock this morning, trying to get power restored to many of the areas that lost power as it came through. Also, DP&L working hard to try and get all that power restored. They're telling us that over the last 5 days, trying to deal with everything Mother Nature has really thrown at us, 60,000 people they've had to service over the last 5 days because of the storms that have come through. Just to tell you a little bit how busy they are. But they say they're going to continue through the night. They're going to try and get all the power restored to this area, and really, it's been a busy couple of days for them.
So really, in the last 5 days, we've had over 60,000 customers impacted by storms. You know, it's really quite remarkable. You know, between the thunder, lightning, and wind, and it's just been this amazing amount of flooding that does impact the system, especially the underground parts of the system. So we've really seen kind of everything that Mother Nature could throw at us over the last 5 days.
How much time was that, man? As of last check, more than 1,400 people in Montgomery County still dealing with this power outage. We know the people, at least over here on the 1700 block of Coventry, are still dealing with this more than 24 hours since they lost power when that storm came through. We're keeping track of all of that for you, let you know when power is expected to come back on for those people. But for now, reporting live, Robert Lowry, 2 News, working for you.
All right, Robert, you guys are going to have to seek shelter here pretty soon. Let's update those numbers you just gave there. Right now, this is a live look at the DP&L outage map. Just a little more than 1,000 outages being reported in Montgomery, 50 in Greene. At one point last night at the height of the storm, which these are still recovering from, it was about 14,000 people in both counties. So conditions are improving as crews work hard. But you know, this marks the 2nd day in a row power crews have been working to keep our electricity on. Landscapers, well, they're also in storm cleanup mode as well. You saw a lot of them out there with Robert. Jordan Burgess now continues our team coverage with a look at the damage in Dayton.
The rain starting once again out here, and already we have downed trees still that have done damage to everything from power lines to fences. But unfortunately for one woman, they did much more damage than that to her property. A scene that's still hard for Carol Bruno to look at.
And my little girl said, no, you know, you better come out here, and the tree was laying on my car.
Carol's car on Suman Avenue was crushed by a tree that was knocked down by the storms that rolled through the area.
I went numb.
Carol says she's worried about that tree for years.
I usually move the car when I know we're going to have a storm, but I didn't have time.
Carol says city crews looked at the tree a few years ago, and that she's called before about having it and another one removed.
They told me that they were dead, they would take them down in the fall, and never heard a word.
We called the Public Works Department to ask if the city would cover the damage to Carol's car. They said they don't in cases like this one because it was an act of nature that knocked the tree down and not anything the city did. So Carol, who only has liability insurance, will have to pay for a new car herself.
That's the only car I have.
In the meantime, the kindness of those around her is what's keeping her going.
I've got a neighbor that's going to lend me her car for until I'm able to get another one, so thank God for them.
And the rain starting once again out here. Now that lady also lost power too, but fortunately it's since been restored. Reporting live, Jordan Burgess, 2 News, working for you.
And whenever severe weather hits, and it's been daily lately, stay connected with 2 News Online. Sign up for weather alerts and warnings sent directly to your phone or device at WDTN.com. And when it's safe to do so, also please send us your weather photos. We thank you for those. Email those to reportith@WDTN.com or use the Reportith feature on your smartphone app.